National parks and game reserves in South Africa are full of wildlife. But there is one animal that everyone wants to see. The lion. The lion is said to be the king of the bush. Strong, beautiful, and wild. But what makes people think that the lion is a true king? The king that has security, efficiency, and power. Lions live in groups called prides. With big alpha male as a ruler. Lions are active only when a hound is thirsty, and they sleep 18 to 20 hours a day. And aren't lions supposed to look scary? But time goes fast and life changes. What seemed like strong bonds begin to fray. An alpha male is threatened, so adult males are evicted from the pride. And if the alpha male is forced out when new, brave and stocky male wants to take over, perhaps there is another creature to be a king. The ant. Strong family bonds are key to success, and nestmates are always welcome. The ants are always at work. Ants dominate. They live in virtually all habitats around the world. So they should be acknowledged as true kings of nature.
This week's podcast is about the cheetah. Now, we don't have any cheetahs here at Big Cat Rescue. They don't end up homeless and needing rescue very often, unlike the leopards behind me. But there is a way that we at Big Cat Rescue and you at home can help cheetahs in the wild, and that's to support the Cheetah Conservation Fund. The Cheetah Conservation Fund does a great job. It was founded in 1990. A real easy way to help the cheetahs right now is to visit the website on the screen. Just by you going online and voting, that will help them get the recognition they deserve, and to win this contest will bring much needed attention to the plight of the cheetah. The one you want to vote for is called No Beating About the Bush. It's for a really cool thing called bush block, which is an African super hot fuel log. It's made from the acacia bush, which is an invasive species that's taking over the cheetah habitat. The bush block product restores habitat, produces an alternative clean burning source of fuel, and provides jobs. So you definitely want to go to the website and vote. It's going to help the cheetahs. It's another way for BCR supporters to help animals all around the world. There's only about 10,000 cheetahs left in the wild, and they're found mostly in Africa and in a few small pockets in Asia, different places in Asia and the Middle East. But most of these cheetahs are facing the same problems where they're getting isolated in tiny pockets, and they're all genetically identical. So that means essentially they continuously inbreed. That makes for a very unhealthy species of animal. So any help we can give the cheetah is much needed. So you can vote up until November 13th, but there's only one vote per email address. So every email address you have, everyone you know with an email address, get them to get in one vote. To learn more about how this project helps cheetahs in the wild and all the many things they're doing to help conservation, and of course when we save the cheetah, we also save the leopards, the lions, and all the other animals that are found in that ecosystem, Go to www.cheetah.org just to find out more information and see how you at home can help the cheetahs and help African wildlife. You can help us change the way people treat big cats by texting TIGER to 20222. You can help us change the way people treat big cats by texting TIGER to 20222. You can help us change the way people treat big cats by texting TIGER to 20222. can help us change the way people treat big cats by texting TIGER to 20222.
This is Nala the cougar, our newest resident of BCR. She was rescued a little over 2 months ago from Rhode Island. We were first contacted in October 2009 by the lady who owned Nala. Her husband had passed away and she decided she didn't want a cougar in the backyard anymore. But she refused to sign the contract, saying she'd never own another exotic cat. This is something Big Cat Rescue requires when doing rescues like this, because we could just be taking these older and often sick cats off their hands just for them to go out and buy another cute cuddly cub or kitten. Nala was purchased as a kitten from a breeder in Virginia by a friend of her husband's, who then quickly realised having a cougar as a pet wasn't a good idea. Nala was then passed on to her former owners, who were obviously reluctant to take on this cougar kitten, but did so anyway, fearing what might happen to Nala if they refused. Fast forward to 2010, situations have changed, Nala needs a new home, and the owners agreed to sign the contract. So the BCR crew were off to Rhode Island to rescue Nala. We sent a carrier up the week before so Nala could get used to it, and when we arrived, Nala's owner had already enticed her into the carrier using shrimp as a treat. It was quite surprising to drive through this nice area and find a cougar in somebody's backyard. We've rescued cats from far worse conditions. These people probably had the best intentions for this cat, but life gets in the way, things change, and people don't realise these cats can live well over 20 years in captivity. They require specialist vet care, cost a fortune to feed, and if you want to go on vacation, what do you do with your pet cougar, tiger, lion? And all this for a so-called pet that could attack and kill you if it felt like it. It's definitely a lose-lose situation, and these cats don't belong in cages, they're wild animals. We didn't hang around long. Obviously, the least amount of time Nala spent in the carrier the better, so we loaded her up and headed on back down to sunny Tampa. Nala travelled really well on the way back down to Florida, even better than most domestic pets that I know. We kept a close eye on her, we talked to her a lot, and she obviously enjoyed the change of scenery after spending 13 years in that same cage. We travelled all day and all night, arriving back at Big Cat Rescue the following morning, and after a checkup by a volunteer vet, we released her into a new enclosure. She's adjusted really well to life at Big Cat Rescue, with the new smells, sights and feline neighbours, and I'm sure she's going to become a favourite for many visitors and volunteers at BCR, where she'll have a permanent home for the rest of her life. For more information about Big Cat Rescue, please visit our website, bigcatrescue.org.
You can help us change the way people treat big cats by texting TIGER to 20222.
Its head's right inside it. It's actually inside its guts. You won't go too far, so we won't have a long month. Give me a stand on. Balls. Keep away from my zebra, is what he just said. You're eating the scraps.
You can help us change the way people treat big cats by texting TIGER to 20222.
With over 130 cats here at Big Cat Rescue, we scoop a lot of scat. Just like you scoop your litter boxes at home, we have to pick up their poop every day. Not too long ago, we got an exciting and kind of strange request from the World Wildlife Fund about how our leopard poop could help save tigers on the other side of the planet. It turns out that the World Wildlife Fund is doing a 5-month field study in a region of Cambodia that's often referred to as the Serengeti of Asia. The eastern plains of Cambodia may offer a one-of-a-kind opportunity to save the tiger, as well as many other species, because it possesses all the right ingredients to support tiger prey. With millions of acres, it's now one of the highest priority tiger conservation areas in the world. The first step, though, is actually documenting what's living there. In other words, taking a census. And they're using some pretty different census takers. They're 2 former high-energy shelter dogs who are now well-trained scat detection dogs. Scooby and Sadie are from Conservation Canines. That's an organization based at the University of Washington's Center for Conservation Biology. What handlers do there is teach the dogs to sit at scats placed out for them to locate. This trains them to sit when doing field work, and it allows the handlers to recognize when a sample is detected. The handlers note where the scat is found and take a sample for analysis to determine if it's from a tiger and to check the animal's health. They can get hormone levels, physiological data, disease status, and all of it combined will give them an overall population health. This region of Cambodia was once rich in wildlife, including tigers, but hunting and poaching have largely emptied this region and killed off almost all the tigers. And this is where the Asian leopards who call Big Cat Rescue home have done their part for this project. Jumanji, Reno, Sundari, Chitaro, Saber, Nyla, and Simba all willingly donated a week's worth of their scat samples in order to help train Scooby and Sadie. Myself and another senior keeper, Marie, bagged, labeled, froze, and shipped a cooler full of scat that we collected so that Scooby and Sadie could be trained to detect leopard scat before their 25-hour trip to Cambodia. The company that helped pack it all in dry ice had never seen any package like this before, that's for sure. Now that they've all landed safely in Cambodia, the survey program has been doing very well. It did take a while for Sadie and Scooby to get used to being around elephants all the time, since that's the mode of transportation for everything in such a remote area. They finally stopped barking at them all the time and are somewhat used to this life now, and they've become obsessed with sleeping in hammocks. Sadie and Scooby detected wild tiger and leopard scat by their second week in the forest and had one record day finding 24 scats. You can follow the work of Scooby and Sadie by becoming a fan of Conservation Canines on Facebook. Their page is kept up to date with new photos and log entries by the handlers. It's really cool. This is one more way Big Cat Rescue, our captive ambassadors, our volunteers, our supporters are doing everything they can to change the world. Sometimes you just never know, though, the strange ways you might be asked to participate doing that.
You can help us change the way people treat big cats by texting TIGER to 20222.
those stuff. I don't know if you have those stuff. Let me call Evans to tell Evans you are looking for him.
Okay.
This is not what we are going to do.
Yeah.
This was not our kid, you know. This is not. This was nothing, but remember I told you yesterday they eat a quarter of their own body weight.
She saw something here.
Yeah, that's
Kitties, yeah, true. There are 2 spotted hyenas.
Kijk, hier zijn de hyenas. You try not to move too much because then the film is.
The sound it made?
Yeah.
You behind Moremi?